I have been putting off making this video because I wanted to give it time. I wanted to see if Julius Randle could be an effective cog in the starting lineup and provide some of the shortcomings of Karl-Anthony Towns. But after watching close to 30 games of Wolves basketball this year, I've reached a verdict. It is time for the Wolves to bench or trade Julius Randle. He is just not a good fit for this team, in my opinion. His one-on-one, let's slow down the offense style clashes with the flow of the offense. Sometimes his back down, take several dribbles style turns into open shots for others or baskets, but too often it turns into turnovers, or by the time he swings the ball, the Wolves don't have enough time to recover and have to throw up a rush shot. Additionally, there is enough video evidence of him being lazy on defense that has driven me up a wall. Whether it is an offensive fit problem or lack of effort, Randle statistically has not gotten the job done. Take a look at this tweet from Charlie Walton of Canis Hoopus in Zone Coverage Minnesota. Naz and Gobert are a much better duo statistically by far than Gobert and Randle. And I think a lot of that is either Randle's lack of ability on defense or a lack of effort. It comes back to that. That is why I think the Wolves need to move Randle to the bench and upgrade Naz Reid to the starting lineup. If one of the reasons you moved Cat was to anoint Naz Reid, then truly anoint him. Give him the reins and let's see what he can do. Last season, in the absence of Cat, who went down with an injury, Naz put up 17 points per game on 42% from three. It's not like the Wolves are giving up anything on defense, as Naz has a career-high defensive rating. Randle, on the other hand, can come off the bench and just be a scorer. The Wolves wouldn't expect much from him on defense. Just come in, score when the squad needs it. I mean, look, the offense has struggled immensely with Randle in the starting lineup, currently a dismal 22nd in offensive rating. What is also a travesty is the Wolves have used Randle so much in crunch time rather than Naz. As you can see from Jace Frederick of the Pioneer Press's tweet, I believe crunch time minutes need to be earned, not freely given. If you are off all game, you should not be playing when it matters most. With Naz in the starting lineup and Randle coming off the bench, Coach Finch can evaluate who has the hotter hand that night and play that person accordingly, something that he has not been in the habit of doing. The other option is to just cut bait and try to trade Julius Randle. Randle is on an expiring contract, which might keep teams from biting on him, but I feel there are a few options that could work out. The first option is looking at the Pelicans, who are ravaged with injuries. There are two potential players in DeJounte Murray and Brandon Ingram the Wolves could look at flipping for Randle. Brandon Ingram is also on the final year of his deal and has had injury problems in the past, but if the Wolves feel like he was a better fit around Ant, they might be anxious to pull the trigger. Meanwhile, DeJounte Murray is at the beginning of a more favorable deal and could be the point guard the Wolves are desperately missing, with Mike Conley aging and rookie Rob Dillingham showing spurts, but ultimately showing signs that he is not ready to be a full-time starting point guard. Murray could fit right into the Wolves in their defensive style of play while providing some playmaking and taking some of the pressure off of Anthony Edwards to create. He is having a rough season so far in New Orleans, but I think a lot of that can be attributed to the constant instability in the lineup. He's shown in Atlanta and San Antonio that he can be effective, and Minnesota could be the perfect place for him to rebound. Other guys I have heard floated around are De'Aaron Fox, who has 1 year after this left on his contract, and that may be feasible as well. Wouldn't it be so fun to see a Fox-Edwards backcourt? I've also heard Tobias Harris's name thrown around, which excites me less, but what I do know is this: the Wolves need to do something. Because if they stay in the status quo and continue to flounder in mediocrity, they risk pissing off Anthony Edwards, and that could lead to even bigger problems down the road. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also check out the podcast. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Wolves.